So since we've already seen quite a lot of wars in the first 2 episodes, I decided to have a look at the religious overview here in order to find out which religions have already been eliminated. And it was quite surprised to see that the Sikh no longer have any provinces. You see Sikh faith right there. Well, they converted. Yes, that is, I don't know why and how it happened, but apparently the Sikh faith decided, nope, we are now going to be Theravada, and they've already managed to convert everything. So this might be an event thing. I've never played as a Sikh nation, and I guess that the Sikhs don't stick around until the end of the game, because you hardly ever see them. So yeah, maybe that was just on my mistake on my part, but yeah, very interesting to see that they just decided to convert. So yeah, one more Theravada nation, just making them stronger, I guess. But it's not a bug. It says right here in the province history that yeah, it was abandoned their old faith and became Theravada. So that was 13 years into the game, the Sikh decided to change religion. Now, the Sikhs are actually not the only converts that we have right now. So the Druze just got eliminated. They did not even stand a chance against the Coptic fury. But yeah, we have another religion that, even though it has a lot of provinces, no longer has a nation fighting for it. The animists over here decided to convert to the Sunni religion. So I'm not really sure why that is. I mean, of course, pagans tend to convert to other religions relatively quickly. But, you know, it's strange. It's strange because I know in my first series, I had this huge animist empire down here in South America, and they've been able to stay animist for the entire time. So I'm not really sure what is up with that. But yeah, maybe I have to put them into an area where they don't get to experience other religions, because then they might not convert away. But yeah, those are the things that happen. That's fine. I don't really think it's going to matter too much. We just see the Copts struggle heavy against, well, they're rebels. The Jewish rebels, as well as the Nestorians. They are just relentless. They've even sieged down Alexandria. Now they're going to go after the army. Are they going to follow into the desert? No, they're not going to follow into the deserts. That is something they do not want to do. Okay, well, the Jews are going to finish off. Actually, you know what? Yeah, you know what might happen? The Nestorians will destroy the rebels. That would be hilarious to see. But yeah, okay. So this army just got crushed. I wonder what they even want. They want Sidon, that's for sure. But maybe some more things. Yeah, okay, so that's that. The Jain religion probably got what they came for. So the Shia had to abandon India. So it comes down to the, yeah, basically just the Indian religions, as well as the Kharites and the Massalians. They're the only ones who are also allowed to stay in India. The Sikri have decided to take a huge chunk of Asia here. Okay, that's good to see. That's good to see. But yeah, that's a weak play of the animists just converting away, and the Sikh as well. I mean, that is just I'm very sorry to see that. Okay, are the Nestorians at war again? No, they're still just at war with the Coptics. But it seems as though they have been... Oh no, those are the Coptics. Okay, I was confused there for a second. Alright, but this is developing nicely. The Bogomilists, the Hellenics, the Orthodox, and the Iconoclasts all just, you know, living peaceful side by side. The Cathars seem to have been successful in taking over Lisboa, and the Lollards continue to take over Brittany, as well as the British Isles. The Fraticelli are very close to kind of forming Italy. They still have not decided to take over Rome. I really wonder why. Now, one thing I can obviously not influence are the ruler personalities. I can influence the traits, but I cannot influence the personalities. So, for example, the Catholics right now, they are administrators, so they are probably not going to go to war. But actually, you know what? The Fraticelli, they're militarists. So they should really go after the Catholics. But yeah, apparently they're, a huge alliance block. The Fraticellis, allied to both the Iconoclasts as well as the Bogomilists. Why can I not see this? Oh, there we go. So yeah, that's a really strong alliance. I wonder if that's a three-way alliance. That's a three-way alliance. They are definitely gonna kick some ass if a war should ensue. And you know what? I think the Orthodox faith is gonna get, they're in for a surprise. They will get their ass handed to them. What about Nestorians? You have found yourself, yeah, right, we know about that ally. The Yazidis are still allied to the Sikri. Okay, this is about it for alliances for now. In India, we don't really see much. What about the Confucians? Have you touched the Tengri yet? No, you do not border. What about the Shinto? They have found an ally in the Vajrayanas. Okay, so they might actually work together to take out the Jains. That could be possible. In fact, you're already fighting the Theravada right now. Alright, okay, that's good to see. What about the Nahuatl, as well as the Mayans? They're just getting along, it seems. Who is the great power these days? The Copts, great power #1. Afterwards, we have the Confucians. Then the Vajrayani, and yeah, the Sleeping Giant, #1, the Totemists. Then the Giants are good as well. Okay, so the fetishes are somewhat lacking. I guess that must be due to trade being really bad here. It would be really funny if trade would actually start here in the Congo, and then it would take ages to get to the rest of the world, but I think it's more likely that it will actually spread either in Hormuz or, well, Bengal's still close. Hormuz, or actually, oh, no, Constantinople 8.0, yes, Constantinople 8.0, that's probably gonna be where it starts, yes. But we still have 7 years. I mean, things can change. I'm still kind of, yeah, surprised to see how well Constantinople is holding up in terms of trade. Especially because, you know, these nations should not push their trade forward. They should keep it. But yeah, anyway, so the Copts, they are #1. Great power #1, but they are clearly struggling to, well, stay relevant in terms of religion. I mean, look at this. We have basically their entire core territory, even their starting capital of Alexandria, being Samaritans. So, yeah, these rebels are doing much better than their actual nation. So, maybe getting conquered was part of their strategy. Now, one nation that I've also kind of always, you know, like not talked about, I've always ignored them, are the Kharijite here. This is a Muslim denomination. And I mean, they're slowly converting here. They are very consolidated. They're not getting into any shenanigans with islands so that they could potentially get attacked. They are staying faithful to their home continent of Africa here. And yeah, it seems as though the Fraticelli have finally done what I have wanted them to do. Take over Rome. The Eternal City is no longer in Catholic hands. It's still technically Catholic, but yeah, I don't think it will be for long. So yeah, with that, the Catholics are gone. Now I wonder, is that your capital now, Porto? Yes. Okay, you have not actually managed to get to the New World. So I suppose that it's going to be the Catholic West Indies that hold up your religion in the world, because they're going to be independent very soon, I imagine. In fact, if they have any provinces I could click on here. What is your religious... Oh yeah, 89%. You're not being supported, but you could easily get your independence. And there seems to be a war going on between the Nahuatl and the Mayans. Nahuatl seem to win. 29,000 men? Yes, and 20,000 Mayans are there. Okay, well, we'll see who comes out on top, but I'm pretty sure Nahuatl have the better religion there. The Norse decided to declare war on the Romuvans as well, and we have Jain still against the Theravada. Okay. So this could actually be interesting because we haven't really checked that out at all. We don't have any alliances going on here. The Slavs and the Protestants still have not touched, and all kinds of nations have a permanent claim on these provinces. Okay, that's a little bit strange, but yeah, it won't really matter in the grand scheme of things. Okay, so yeah, who's winning this? The North declared, I assume, and you are winning this by... Yeah, okay, you want Maymel, but you haven't actually conquered, or you haven't occupied it yet. Where is your army? The Romuvans do not have an army. They're basically today's Livonian, well, not today's, but 1444 Livonian order. No chance. No chance against the Vikings. Axe-wielding Vikings. And the Waldensians, they are looking awfully nice. I like that. Really like what they're doing, but I think my #1 pick is gonna be the Fraticelli, because they are just looking so strong, especially with their allies set in place. They do not need to worry about anyone attacking them in the east, so they can completely focus on maybe taking out the Cathars or the Khajarites, and then they're good to go. Okay, so the Copts finally been defeated. They are still Coptic at the very least, so that's good. The Nestorians ended actually up taking quite a lot of provinces here, all the way up to Gaza and Nablus. I'm just surprised that the Jews have not been at war at all. Like, everyone around them has been destroyed, and they're just chilling there in Jerusalem. So yeah, the Copts, wow, they even had to give up province here. Ooh, that's bad. That's bad for them. But I'm sure they'll be able to get to bounce back. I mean, still, you know, they have some religious unrest, but they will be able to convert that in time, and then they will be stronger than ever. But that means they're not number one anymore. No, it's Nahuatl now, who have probably just kicked down the... Oh my god, yeah, they just completely stripped the Mayans of any dignity that they may have had left. So, there it is. They are the new number one power. Okay, so the North is still winning, and the Giants are not doing too well in their conquest. But they are, after all, great power number 5. Still want to see the Totemists. I mean, I always like the Totemists. They are just silently chucking away at all of these little provinces, and eventually they're going to be a major powerhouse. Yeah. Who else is on here? We have the Sikh, which, you know, they're no longer Sikh, they're Theravada now, technically. The Shinto, also pretty interesting. And, yeah, the Confucians, not too shabby. 221 development. Alright, so, any other wars? Yes, the Monophysite conquest of Shirvan against the Hurufi. Don't really think that's going to go too well for you. And we'll also see the North somewhat struggling right now. So, you know what might actually happen? Either the Monophysites get attacked by the Yazidis, which could be happening, but then again you have the Paulicians, so maybe not. But maybe the Zoroastrians decide to attack you. That's definitely a possibility. Most definitely. Okay, so we have 2 more years until the start of global trade, and I'm very interested to see who or where it will spawn. It's most likely going to be Constantinople, but it also, I mean, it could be Hormuz, or it could still be the Channel. I really want to know. Okay, 7.1. Constantinople still at 8.0. Bengal, what about Bengal? 6.2? Man, it's close. It's close, but I think it's going to be Constantinople here. Yeah. What the English Channel? 5.5. Okay, no chance. Genoa, I mean, still pretty close. It's going to be Genoa or Constantinople. 7.9 against 7.1. You are getting all the trade from the New World, basically, whereas you are getting the first pick of the Asian trade, I guess. So, yeah, 2 more years? I really wonder. I mean, that's going to be a deciding factor. So, but we'll see. I just like the Iconoclasts, because they are looking nicely as well. So, Nestorians, the Copts. Who am I going to pick my favorite nation yet? I think it's got to be Nestorians. It's got to be Nestorians. But they have a shit ally, so I don't know. I really don't know. Zunids have not. They still have their starting borders here. They gotta get the troll bonus for just taking every single. I don't even know what they're trying to do. I'm actually surprised they haven't taken over Australia yet. But maybe they haven't found it yet. That's possible actually. Are they over here too? Yes. Look at the Zunists. Oh my god. These guys are just insane. Okay, what else have we got? Still the same wars going on, but the Monophysites seem to be able to conquer the Hurufi. But then again, the Hurufi have plenty of room to escape into modern day Russia. So, you know, they should at least be able to stay alive. They might even win a battle here. Yeah, so they're not done yet. It's just going to be difficult for them to siege back their capital. They have 2... No, they only have 1 estuary here, but, you know, it's producing silk, so that's valuable. Is this actually a fortress? Oh, you have a fortress here and then your capital. So yeah, you're already doing quite badly. And they have more men. Oh my god, yeah, they have... Why do they have so many more men? That's what I would like to know. But yeah, they're gonna come in and crush you. And that's... You're not gonna be able to defend. Yep, that's what I expected. Okay, so 1600 is here. And we'll have to have a look at the institution. And it did spawn in Constantinople. We have global trade here. Now, global trade does actually grow everywhere. At least it says so. Okay, let me go check that out. So it is going to grow everywhere anyways. Okay. So, you know, not that big of a deal. But it will grow faster here. So they might have a slight edge over other nations. But yeah, that's cool to see. But yeah, I think I'm definitely glad that I decided to start in 1550 so that we would not have to, you know, experience the slow, staggering growth of the Renaissance or the printing press. That would have really killed the fun for some of the non-European nations out there. I mean, in the beginning, it probably wouldn't have mattered that much as their neighbors would be in the same situation, but as time goes on, they would obviously have less points they could spend on, you know, ideas and other things, so yeah. Okay, so the Protestants and the Slavs have finally touched. Slavics are looking awfully suspicious, like Poland, which is kind of nice. Lollards are not really sure if they want to be the French or the British, which is okay. Pretty sure the Waldensians are the Swiss, that is for sure. The Fraticelli are the most powerful. Actually, you know what? You are Umbrian. You have not yet converted Rome, which is still Roman culture. So we'll see what happens there. The Hellenics are seemingly able to hold out. They don't have any friends, but they're still around. No one has declared war on them, which is good. Let me see what kind of wars are going on. No wars. No wars. So yeah, the Hurufi have been kicked out, and yeah, they're not going to come back. They're not going to come back south of the Caucasus because there's a fortress here, and then, well, there's no fortress here, but yeah, they're going to get stopped. Unless maybe the Zoroastrians tag team, they're not going to come down here. The Hurufis will have to run away and make their presence heard here. And oh wow, look at the Norse. Holy shit, they took a huge bite out of the Romuvans, and now it seems as though the Romuvans are gonna be removed by the Suomenusko. Yes. So the North actually, you know what, they didn't take that much. I think they only took the Memel and then Goldingen, but it made the Romuvan name so much smaller. It's quite significant actually. Okay, so yeah, you have no chance. You have no chance. Okay, well, we'll see. I really wonder what the Protestants can do. I mean, they obviously suffer from not being able to embrace the institution quickly, because it's one point. I mean, yeah, it's growing much. Look at this. Look how fast it's growing in the centers of trade. So yeah, you're definitely missing out on this. Although, I mean, Prague is actually giving you pretty decent growth here. Why is that? You do not have port in Prague. That actually gives you a bonus. That's kind of strange, but yeah, okay. Well, anyway, institution is going to be spreading all across the world relatively, well, at the same pace, I think. Okay, still wonder when this huge alliance bloc is going to use their power and do something. Oh, and there it is. The Protestants as well as the Slavics have clashed, and it looks like the Slavs won the first very decisive battle here. I mean, the first battle is very important because, you know, you basically just run around with 2 doom stacks. They have decided to make Breslau their colony again. Very smart. And they're just, oh yeah, they've taken the center of trade here. Very important. Actually, you know what? Are you in several wars? No, it's just the Slavs. Just the Slavs. So you have the you have the smaller army, but you managed to just wipe out 8,000 of them, just like that. You should definitely protect your capital, man. Otherwise, you're gonna be done for. What are the Reform doing? It looks like they're at war, but they're just marching their troops around. Interestingly enough, but yeah. So the Sunnis want Medina from the Samaritans, and the Catholic West Indians, with the help of the Cathars, are declaring their independence from the Catholics. So yeah, the Catholics are abandoning Europe, and they are going to be, well, I mean, they might be able to preserve their culture and their religion here in Iberia, but it's quite likely that the Cathars will finish them off, and this is going to be the last Catholic stronghold, unless, of course, the Mayans and the Nahuatls decide to kick them out. But no, I think they're going to be pretty much able to defend their islands here. It shouldn't be too difficult for them, but we'll see. I mean, the AI is especially terrible when dealing with islands. Okay, the fetishes are, well, they're not really doing too well. I think they're lacking money. I think that's their problem. How is the institution looking so far? Okay, Constantinople has it, but the rest of the world is still in need of this. Okay, so what kind of great powers do we have now? Nahuatl still #1. Then the Confucians. You know what? You know who I'm missing? I'm actually missing the Nestorians. I mean, haven't they taken over a lot? Apparently not. Okay. Are you guys at peace now? Are you still... No, you're still fighting. 7%. So the Protestants are winning. But that was a bad battle here. Yeah. That was not going too well in my point of view. Okay, so the Catholic capital of Porto is has been besieged, and that now means the West Indies are independent. So Haiti, we have a Catholic Haiti that will help out the Catholics. They just wanted to be independent really badly. So I wonder what they're going to do now. This is still held by the Catholics, in fact. Okay. They might actually try and conquer that from them. Who's going to colonize this? No one, it seems like. They have a really nice... Oh my god, a 636 general. That's amazing. That's simply amazing. And you managed to get an alliance with the Cathars. Well, that's actually going to help you out quite a bit. Yeah, if you manage to keep this alliance, then the Nahuatls cannot do anything against you. They're scary now. Number 1 here. Confusions. Okay. No, yeah. So I think my balancing worked out quite well. We do not have a single European nation here in the top 8, which is good. Okay, so the Protestants. Oh man. Yeah, what's this looking like? You have 12,000 men? What are the rest of your forces doing? Why are you walking so weirdly? Yeah, you're losing heavily. I think the Slavs might actually destroy you here in this war. I mean, not that you can't come back, but it's pretty certain that you will lose this. And also the Romuvans are not looking too good. Let's have one last look at this. Zoroastrians declared a war against the Monophysites and the Paulicians. Don't know if that's gonna go too well for you, but I guess we'll find out in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you guys next time.